Hello guys, welcome back to the chess series. I didn't upload a chess video yesterday because, well, a lot of things were happening yesterday. I don't really need to go into it. But, you guys did not comment, so I don't know what you guys want. So that's why I'm still doing chess. If you're like, I don't like chess, then comment, please, because that's the only way I'll know. So, let's get into the video. This video is going to be all about these pawns. The pawns. Pawns, you probably think, actually are the weakest piece on the chessboard, other than the king. But we know the king's the most important, so we don't call him that weak. The pawns, however, have very special abilities, like they can move too at start. But we've already learned about that. We're learning about pawn promotion and pawn formation. Let's first talk about pawn formation. Since pawns are the weakest piece, they're also the first line of defense against the enemy. What you need is a stable pawn formation. Okay, how are you going to make a stable pawn formation? You need to have your pawns on a diagonal, on one color, and we'll talk about that later in the next video. So let's say we want them on the black list. We'll go like this. I'm just gonna do a random move for black so that we can move. Okay. Now look, this is pretty stable. But what is the only way that that black can break through this defense? That's right, with the white bishop or the queen. So how do we stop against that? Well, we need to have our pieces, our good pieces, guarding those squares. That means, where do you want to place our bishop? Maybe right here, maybe right here. Maybe even here, but we want to get our pieces active, so you don't even want to let your enemy get past this line. How do you do that? You move your bishop over here. You move your bishop over here. You move your knight. You move your rook. But there's two reasons why this position is not good for white. And we'll talk about how it's not good for black. Okay, why is it not good for white? Well, for one, look at all these pieces. They're just standing there. But that's because I had to make this formation. Why it's really not good? Look at this bishop. Where can it really move? What's the only two moves that this bishop has? Here and here. Is that really attacking anything though? Even if black's rook was over here, or here, or here, it wouldn't be attacking it because look, its pawns are here. That's why before you create your pawn formation, you definitely need to get your pieces out. All your pieces, except for, of course, your king. You want to keep your king, and we'll talk about why that. So get your pieces out before you make your pawn formation. Another tip is to definitely not move your pawns, your 3 pawns on this side, or on this side, or on this side. Why? Because castling. We talked about that in our special rules. Remember what castling is. Here, I'm just gonna show you guys. Remember when all the pieces, when there's nothing between the queen, king, and the rook, and they haven't moved, what can they do? They can castle. But why would you want to castle if there's nothing defending here? So you need your 3 pawns right here, maybe even a 4th pawn, but you don't need your 4th pawn really. If you're gonna castle, which you should, it helps your position, keep the 3 pawns on at least one side. And the way you get your other pieces out, you move your knight here, your bishop here, and then you move your rook over. That's how you get the pieces with the pawns not moved. The pawns should still be here. Okay. So that's basically pawn formations. Yeah, so I'll show you a good pawn formation. Remember, another tip, you want to control the center. Controlling the center means that, well, let me show you actually, that'll be easier. This is controlling the center. Why is it controlling the center? It stops white's pieces from going here and here. Why is that important? Because, actually, here, 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 here. Why is that important? Because how are their pieces supposed to get out now? They can't. Bishops can't go out. Knights can't go out. That's why you push your pawn sometimes. Queen has to take, but then queen's guarding. That's why you have to put your pawns in the center. It's just like the way to win because you're controlling almost every really potential battle squares in your opponent's position. So that's why you need to control the center. So this, however, is not a great position for white. It's an okay position. It's not great though. Why? Well, let me just finish putting it and then I'll let you guys think. There are a few reasons why this position will not be good. Okay, why is this position not good? There are one, two, there's actually two reasons and we both talked about them in this video. Comment or think what it is. First reason, if you want to castle, not gonna happen. Remember, just because you can castle doesn't mean you have to castle. It's just better because would you castle in this situation? No, that would not be good. Look, there's nothing protecting here. I mean, your bishop and knight, but you're gonna have to move them at some point. So no. Yeah, and then the second thing that was wrong, was that, well, your pieces are blocked out. Well, the pieces are blocked out. Can't go anywhere, can't go anywhere. I can't stress this enough that you have to push your pieces before you make your pawn formation. It's just, you have to. So, yeah, keep that in mind next time you play chess. Okay, now we're on to pawn promotion. This is an interesting part about pawns. Let's just set this up real quick. Okay. Okay. What would you do if you're in white shoes? You have three options. Push, you do another move, like this for example, or you take. What would you do? Okay, if you said take, there's a reason why you should and why you shouldn't. You should because it's a free pawn, obviously, but you shouldn't because it's opening your rook to attack. It's also opening your rook for attack, so good outweighs the bad, you take. Okay, he goes here. What would you do? It's actually best to take because your pawn's gonna die anyway. But let's say that black's really dumb. As it says, if you push, just white's being really stupid because he can just take. But white's dumb. And now it's saying black is really, 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 really dumb. Okay. White plays this. And then what would you do if you're in black's shoes? You'd obviously take, but I'm trying to set up something here, so what would you do if black plays this? Obviously, you would take the most important piece. And you see what this menu does here? You see what this menu appears? What do you think this menu means? It has a queen, a knight, a rook, and a bishop. What does it mean? Look, whenever your pawn, not the enemy pawn, any of the pawns, reaches the end of the enemy's base, the 8th or the 1st rank, ranks are like rows. Oh, shoot. Ranks are like rows, and if you're black, you're on the 8th rank, white's on the 1st rank. So, if your pawn reaches the enemy's last rank, or where your king and queen is when they start, that's what the 8th rank is, then that pawn becomes any piece you want. any piece except for a king or a pawn, because that would glitch the game. You can become a queen even if you already have a queen on the board. So you can have you can have a total of 9 queens on the board if you were lucky. See, queen, look, there's 2 queens. 2 queens. So, that's crazy. Okay, what are the other possible pieces you can turn into? A knight. In only special occasions would you want to turn into a knight. One of those occasions would be if black plays this and you sorry, I messed that up. If you go into a knight for check, but even then, why would you want to, right? Oh, you would only turn to a knight if you turn to a knight and makes a checkmate, which rarely happens. But you have to keep that in mind. Don't always go into a queen, because there could be special situations where you need to be a bishop, a rook. It really depends. So, what's the next piece? It is the rook. Why would you need a rook? You wouldn't. That's exactly right. A queen can do the same thing a rook can, but it's more powerful. So why would you want to be a rook? No idea, but that's the option. Bishop. Same thing that a queen does. I mean, if you want to like checkmate him in style, you know, that would be cool, I guess. But you don't need to really do that. And you can't promote to a pawn because obviously it would glitch the game, right? You promote to a pawn, and then you would keep on promoting forever. So that's weird. You can't promote. Those are the pieces you can promote to. Queen, knight, rook, bishop. Okay. One last thing before I end the video. I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the support. I've never been past 40 subscribers before. Really means a lot. I know some of you don't enjoy the chess videos. I'm just trying to explore different aspects of YouTube content. But I don't know if you guys like the chess content because none of you are commenting, and that's what I really need to know. So please comment so that I can know. Yeah, like, subscribe, I guess. Turn on notifications so you never miss another chess video. I guess that's what people say, but I don't really care. You don't have to like or sub. Just hope you enjoyed. Yeah, have a great day. Hopefully you learned something today. And hopefully become a chess master unlike me. Yeah. Okay, let's just do a quick review before we end. What did we learn? Pawn promotion. What is pawn promotion? A. It is when a pawn reaches the end of the opponent's rank and goes into any piece he wants. B. Pawn promotion. When the pawn takes another piece, he turns into that piece. C. When a pawn moves, at the pawn start of the game can move 3 squares. 3 squares. And finally, D. All of the above pawns can do anything. Comment down below. I'll be hearting every comment that gets it right. Next. Okay, what did I... Okay, yeah. Pawn formation. What are the 3 things you want in a formation? What is the thing you don't want in a formation? A. Central control. B. Blocking out your pieces. C. Attacking enemy pieces. Or D. 3 pawns in front of your castled king. Remember, I'll heart every comment that gets it right, and I'll shout out 1 random person who gets it right. So if you really need a shout out, I have an okay amount of subscribers, not big, not small, but you can get shouted out. Okay, I'm just gonna wrap this video up here. Make sure, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Don't like, don't subscribe, I don't really care. Okay, have a nice day. Goodbye.